so very excited about the event tonight. And we're here this evening to share our experience and be inspired by creative entrepreneurs and thinkers who are here to share with us their vision about innovation, creativity, and business. We have a really special lineup tonight. And our topic today is Women in Tech, a focus on women entrepreneurs in Asia. By the way, there is a hashtag for tonight. How many of you are on Twitter? How many of you are on social media? Twitter, okay, cool. So hashtag is French Tech Thailand, okay? And let's get started. Okay, so our first speaker tonight will be Anne. Yeah. So let's give her a warm welcome. She'll be sharing about her lessons learned as a senior executive driving a startup and a team of millennials. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. First, thank you to the French Tech for the invitation as a speaker. When they mentioned the topic, Women in Tech, I said, oh my God, again, another woman in. And in fact, yes, it's true. I proposed the first subject, but it was rejected. So,
it was a very nice subject, but it started with sexism.
Good.
And yeah, we thought it would scare some men, so we wanted to have. Yeah, the other one was ageism. Yes. And we just thought, well, we want to welcome everyone, so we thought maybe we make it a little bit more subtle, even though the content is obviously.
So, but anyway, it's true that we have difficulty to find tech women as staff. So maybe it's a topic we need to develop how we can promote women in tech. But it's separate. So tonight is just sharing of experience. You will see my career. You will see my takeaway from this experience as a CEO of Orami for almost a year. Okay. So, me, in one slide. I'm 50 years old soon in 1 month, and I grew up in Morocco, so I'm French citizen, and most of my career is extremely corporate. So I've been a professor at European University in Brussels for 4 years. That I moved to Kazakhstan for KPMG, where I was finance controller for the Central Asia region. So Kazakhstan, based in Kazakhstan, which is a different country, but taking care of Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Mongolia. Then in Moscow, I was working. So KPMG is audit and accounting and it's consulting. Castel in Moscow, it's a production company producing wine, beer, and water. So my regional playfield was Russia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. Then Bangkok, 3 years of a dream, where I was general manager of again, a manufacturing company in dance, shoe wear, and ballet wear, dance wear. Then for family reason, I had to go back to Moscow, where I was managing partner of an audit company called Mazar for 9 years. Then I moved to a catalog business, so that's my first experience in retail, and that's called Blue Fox. Then I was relocated as a regional CEO in Bangkok, and then I joined Orami, the startup. so apart from my very strong corporate background and financial background, I have a lot of institutional experience because I was advisor for the French government, and I received the highest distinction of the French government, which is the Chevalier with the Knight. I'm a knight. Yes. And as well, board member of a company, Oil and Gas. So Richard, hi.
Very bad.
So listed in London at the FTSE, so for 5 years, so very male environment again. But so all this takes a lot of place, but there is a small place at the bottom that I really like and I'm very proud of. It's my 4 kids, so I raised them myself. And they are in the topic of tonight because the 2, Michelle and Raphael, are millennials as well, so I've got good training with them. And so basically my life in one side. So, senior executive, not an entrepreneur, although you can say like I've lived in many countries where it was emerging markets, so you need really to be a solution finder because I mean you have no electricity, you have no water, you have no food supply, so it was really after the collapse of Soviet Union a very tough environment. So no experience in tech at all, so I mean the topic women in tech, okay I'm a woman but I'm not tech at all. So I'm not Thai, I'm not local, and I'm a mother, single mom of 4 and a CEO. So am I really qualified to run this startup? And the answer is, you will see. So, I wanted to make a slide on Orami to explain, so first, what is Orami and why I joined Orami. So Orami is the only online destination, shopping destination for women. Our positioning is very specific because we realized, thank you Shannon for realizing this, that you had people doing mass market and everything, you had people focusing on verticals, people focusing on women but still on verticals, and you have this really untapped place that we want to occupy. I mean, I know it's a little small, but Orami is everything and for women. So our category will be moms and baby, will be health, beauty, fashion, home decor, home appliance, etc. But why I joined Orami? Because of Shannon. So, because Orami is just not selling, buying and selling product and making marketing discount and so on. We want to be much more. We have a magazine, we have a social commitment with the Breast Cancer League, with Women and Business. I know Katerina is here. So I've been a big woman advocate in Russia, and I wanted to continue in that goal, so Shannon really convinced me, so I joined Orami. So, what my finding, because it's almost a year, is, I mean, I've been working in production, in manufacturing, in consulting, and now in catalog business, and now in an e-commerce company. So, I mean, the curve is basically the same. I mean, you start, it's like the first, I think, week or so, month, it's the hard time. Then you start to be powerful, and then you reach the moment where you're really at ease with your job. And I mean, in every job, I had more or less the same curve, so it can be flatter or sharper, but it's the same. But something is, it's really, if I was proposed this job of CEO of a tech company when I was 35, I would have refused it, because I would say no, I don't have 80% of the skills to do it, so I will not take it. Now, looking backwards, I mean, with the experience, yes, you can do it, because you know you can adapt, you can learn, and you can perform. So, and again, I mean, any industry, they have their own jargon. I mean, and they tend to like mystify a little the business. They tend to say, I mean, and quickly, you know, like the KPIs. I mean, KPIs are KPIs. It's measurement. I mean, if you cannot measure, you cannot manage. So you get into your KPIs, and okay, in catalog business, we call TR, transformation rate. Here, it's conversion rate. I mean, and then, I mean, of course, the first days of my work at Orami, I had many post-it under my screen with all the KPIs, with the formula, and I just, what is CAC again? What is CPO again? What is CPS again? And now, I mean, I talk like any tech, looks, it's quite funny, but I mean, there is nothing you cannot understand, and you can call it like CPS or whatever. I mean, the measurement is the same. You need to measure the business. So you get familiar and you feel at ease after. So basically, any industry I've worked, I mean, the thing, I mean, especially at O'Reilly when I arrived, sorry Shannon for this comment, such a mess. So it's really, I mean, to understand, you have an input. I mean, I have my data of my customer, I have my product, I have everything, and then what I need to sell, I need to ship, I need to have customer service. So, and in the middle, you put everything to make it work. And that's a big question we had when we were debating about this presentation. Is like, the first thing I said, yeah, well, O'Reilly, it's not a tech company. And my staff, I mean, 97% of my staff are millennials. And they were saying that, no, we're a tech company. I said, no, I mean, we're just like buying and selling stuff, and in the middle we have a platform. You know, it's a tool. And I mean, if you do bottle, you have the water, you have the bottle, the cap and everything, and you have a machine in the middle, it's exactly the same. No, they want to be the tech, okay, so let's be a tech. But, so, the thing is, we need to be organized, we need to put the right process, because, I mean, tech companies, they tend to use tech just for the sake of tech. I mean, but me, I want to invest in a development or a tech and be sure that I have my return on investment, which is not always the case, I can tell you. So, another key factor, in my view, is a CEO in any environment. I think he needs 2 core skills. So in my case, my 2 core skills will be finance and my HR knowledge, and the fact that I really care and love my team. Because for me, the finance, I mean, it will be the business field. We need money, we need to use in the proper way the money, and my team will be the energy to make the machine work. So I don't say any CEO needs to be finance and HR oriented, but they need to be, at least maybe it can be very strong in marketing, but I really do think that the team is key. I mean, if you don't have a team, your company is not working at all. And another thing, I mean, it's what we call emotional intelligence. So we found a source from American Express study that say like, if you have 2 persons with the same skills, the one will have a high emotional intelligence will be the leader, in fact. And I think it's very true with millennials, and it's very true in Thailand. Our staff are very, very emotional, very emotional. It's very different from Russian, it's all cold. And you always need to be close to them, to understand them, to support them, to make them grow. So it will be, so your emotional intelligence, you need to be self-aware who you are and how you can adapt to the environment. So thanks to my very international background, I mean, I'm very open to culture. I grew up in Morocco, worked in ex-Soviet Union country in Asia. With your colleague, you need really to collaborate and try to break this primitive hierarchy they used to, and then empathy. So here it's like with our clients, but I would say empathy with your staff as well. It's very important. So our dear millennials, I think we all read and heard a lot about them, who they are. I mean, that's people born between 80 and 94, so they grew up with the financial crisis, so totally different world when I grew up. So they know technology, they raised with technology a lot. They are much more global than we were, I mean, than I was, sorry. I see a lot of young people here. And they represent half of the global force by 2050. So in our army, they're already 97%. a lot of bad stereotype on them. I don't know why it's always that bad. So they tend to put the bar too high. They are job hopper. They are lazy. They have little time for experienced colleague. So that's me. It's not true. I don't think it's true. I think yes, they set the bar too high. I mean, they have great ambition and they have dream, and I think it's very good to have dream. And in my generation, I remember you wanted to be something like a singer or something. They said, don't dream, you know. And I can testify because I have 2 children. My daughter Michelle, she wanted to be a dancer, and she finishes the Bolshoi Theater School. So that's why I left Thailand to go back to Moscow. And then she was 2 years at Beja, and now she's a professional dancer. And the thing is, just do it, because no regret. So, and they pursue their dream. And my second, Raphael, son, 21-year-old, is a professional horse rider, and that was his dream, and he did it. And they want to dream, and they want to achieve their dream. Lazy? No, they're not lazy. They can be very lazy, but you need really to include them in a global picture. If you give instruction to them without explaining the goal, you will have very bad results. And if you spend time, I had the experience last week. One guy in the office, I told him, like, do this, you stop this, you do this. He said, okay, he did it. And then this month I say, oh, we have to restart this business unit again. And I didn't spend time with him to explain. And then I saw him discussing and looked really puzzled. And then, okay, I spent 1 hour with him explaining why it was necessary to restart, why we had to stop in September, and then he understood the whole picture. And kind of said, oh, yes. And then he's full of energy and doing it. So they need to understand, it's just not workers. They don't work to live. They just need much more. So my experience with them, I mean, it's, they bring a lot of energy. They're very curious. They're very connected. They can do many things, sometimes too much. They just like, they lack experience. They think they know a lot, and they know a lot. But they really know not, they don't have the business vision. So that's, I forgot the name of the lady who's speaker tonight, but it's not a generation conflict, it's a generation bridge I want to make with them. It's really explaining them the purpose and make them grow. So guidance, structure, and developing their potential, because again, emotional intelligence, and I really took care about my team, like my kids. So that's our age distribution at Orani, so guess who I'm here. And the majority are 25, average age 28, so 97%. So something very, very specific of Thailand. I've been CEO of 3 companies in Thailand, and I knew I was successful when I became the mother. So that was something very surprising for me the first time. Now I'm used to it. But so it means you gain the respect and you gain the loyalty, which is very important with this generation, because they really job hopper, not for the sake of changing job or getting a higher salary, but because they're curious. So you always need to feed them with new stuff, maybe changing their position, so giving them the opportunity to go through different departments. So I'm the mama, and I'm taking care of their development. And then I'm a role model. So it was very true in Russia, and I think it starts to be true here. So showing that, okay, whatever the age now, they see me working from very early morning until late. They see I'm always there for them. They see I'm a mom with a lot of kids. And saying, okay, at Orami, we say have it all, so a CEO do it all. So, and the last thing, just want to pay some respect to Thai women CEO, because the statistics are really, really impressive. I mean, I have been following the statistic all over in Russia. It's quite a disaster. In Mazar, which is a very, very, it's a Western company, big audit firm, we were 100 managing partners and 5 women managing partners. So you see the statistic in Thailand, I think we have a great potential for the future to grow. So basically that was my sharing of experience, and thank you for welcoming me.